Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 4630 Southeast 46th Avenue here in Portland. We're located at the right side of the home as you look at the house from the street. Right here in this little kind of notched out corner here, we have a 4-inch cast iron clean out. We're going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running, or we will have water running here in just a moment. And we'll zero out the camera foot counter right at the bottom of the clean out access right here. And off we go. Line's transitioning here over to 6-inch concrete pipe. We got a tie-in right here, which is likely the storm drain connection. We'll come take another look at that here in just a moment. The concrete just right off the bat, though, is in very rough condition. You got heavy aggregate showing through here. And then now we're transitioning over to 6-inch clay pipe. Clay pipe fares a lot better over time. It really doesn't wear out at all. Its biggest problem are the joints, just like concrete. Now we're switching right back over to concrete pipe. Looks like you got a joint that's starting to open up there, which is not terribly surprising given the age of this sewer line. Now the heavy aggregate rock tells me the line is nearing the end of its lifespan. Eventually the pipe will just wear right out and it'll open up, turn into big holes in the pipe. The other issue with aggregate, or heavy aggregate, is it's extremely rough surface for debris to flow across and tends to get snagged up in it very easily versus a smooth pipe bottom or a smoother pipe bottom. We're switching back over to clay pipe. And right around this turn here is likely the main lateral connection. You've got a big offset. In fact, if I pull back right here, it looks like I can see the opening to the main here. We're going to go locate the camera head. The pipe joint's so separated here, my camera's just going right into this thing. This is the joint here is not so much an issue for the homeowner. This is in city territory, and that joint being open like that doesn't mean the joint is open to the ground necessarily. My camera's just getting caught in it, but it looks like right here is a very common setup. You'll have a final turn right at the very end where it lies on, And when I pull back here, I can see the oval shape opening onto the main. We're going to go locate to verify all that. We'll let the whole pipe drain out. We'll take another look when we come back. All right, we located the camera head successfully. The line terminates at the main out on Southeast 46th. And we're lined right up at the manhole here. We're sitting just a foot prior to the main lateral connection at this point. And our line is totally drained out. We're going to start reeling back here. And we're going to focus, we're going to locate, I think the line transitions back to clay pipe once you hit the street curb. At the curb in Multnomah County is where the city takes responsibility for the sewer line. We're going to focus on everything from that point back. But you can see the clay pipe here fares much better over time. The stuff, I mean, it kind of gets a bad rap sometimes, but it literally does not wear out. It has a problem with fracturing sometimes and the joints separating, but the pipe material quite literally can last for hundreds of years without wearing out at all. We're going to locate here to see if we're at the street curb. All right, we are right at the street curb. The line's running right next to the, if not underneath the water meter, in case you're curious where the line's going. That joint there is starting to be eaten away. It's hard to tell if it's completely open to the ground at this point, but it's working its way there. I mean, realistically, the amount of aggregate that's showing through, and it's heavier towards the start of the line than it is towards the end of the line, especially the first part of the line where the aggregate's extra heavy duty. You're getting very close to the end of the lifespan of the sewer line here. I'm pleased to say that there's not a lot of buildup in the line. There appears to be excess pipe grout in the flow line. I'm not seeing any buildup. It looks like stuff is scooting around it without too much issue here. And that's just a piece of dental floss, that stringy thing there. And there's some kind of black lines at the top of the pipe there. Those just appear to be debris. They kind of, at first glance, look like roots, but they're not. And that tie-in right here is going to be a storm system tie-in. That's not a party line connection there. So at this point, again, the concrete pipe is showing a fair amount of aggregate rock. It's still got some life left in it. None of the pipe joints on property show any signs of being truly open to the ground. I don't have any earthworms in the pipe. No dirt coming to the pipe joints. There's only one joint that had dirt coming through it, and it was out in the roadway in city responsibility. And the line is very clean. So that's not to say this line isn't getting near the end of its lifespan, but based on how clean it is, it looks like it's conveying sewage to the main. I would say it's in, I don't know, somewhere around fair condition, a little less than that. You probably got, depending on how much usage this thing has, anywhere from probably right around 5 years left in it is what it would appear to be to me. So at this point, I'm not recommending any updates, but I would highly recommend rescoping the sewer line every 1 to 2 years to keep an eye on it, because at some point here in the not too distant future, it will need updating. At this time, in my opinion, there's not enough going on the line here that's showing me flow problems, compromised joints. There are some joints that are being eaten away, but these are male-female bell end housing, so you can have some shifting there at the joint without opening out to the ground. So at this time, the line is functioning properly, but I would highly recommend rescoping it and keeping an eye on it, because it will likely need updating. I mean, I can't guarantee any of the time frames, but probably in the next 5 to 7 years, I would plan on doing an update in that time frame. The line is functioning properly at this time.